Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Simtrax Broadcasting. We're coming to you live here with the NSR Cup Series Saturday Night Showdown for the season finale tonight here at Worldwide Technology Center. Joining alongside me will be Stellar. She'll be kicking in here in just a moment as qualifying has already gone underway here. A couple of tricky spots here in the track as this track goes almost up and down along the back and front stretch here, and we also notice that the track is formed almost backwards compared to Darlington. 3 and 4 will be your nice wide turns, and 1 and 2 will be more of the pinching style. As we go underway, only Corey Harville, Ralph Hutchinson, and Stoney Benfield seem to be the three fastest drivers out there so far. We'll see if Andy Reeves can come in clutch here as he sits fourth, so he's going to be having to deal with the rest of the battling out there on the track. I see Dylan Banks, who is leading in the playoffs, is getting his chance out there right now. And Dylan Banks, only one lap, boom, unseats Corey Harville, knocks him off the chart by only about 20 thousandths of a second here, so that does knock him down. Moving Corey Harville in the Lonely Toyota sitting second. Lee Mills sitting fourth. That leaves us only a few more drivers left to qualify, that being Justin Cope, Mark Sikosi, and Taylor Auten, who is our new driver out here. We'll see how the 91 Chevrolet does out here. And Stella, this track being a little bit different out here and a hot track that they're driving on, how's that going to make for the situations here tonight?
Well, it should be interesting for those 57,000 seats that are fully filled for this final. We're looking, like you said, if we're at a 1.25 mile oval with turns 1 and 2 at 11-degree banking, 3 and 4 at a 9-degree banking. Personally, I find that pretty flat.
Yep. Well, we're gonna see how it goes here. I do want to take a point out. Kind of a check here on the tower. You're gonna notice everybody's letters are or their numbers, excuse me, are yellow here tonight. Those are the guys that are not in the chase any longer here for the season finale. Right now I'm showing Lee Mills, Stoney Benfield, Justin Cope, all in Ford, sitting 4, 5, and 6, and we're still waiting for Mark Sikosi to get his Chevrolet going, and those are our four guys in the playoffs, which oddly enough, I've got to admit, that's a odd play on that as we get this one almost underway as we're still waiting for qualifying to clean up here a little bit. Hoping Sikosi will have a moment, but these are our four guys here in the championship 4 here tonight. That's why I highlighted them blue, so you can find where they are out there. So, all right. Right now I see Lee Mills out there in the chat here, Stella. Right now he's getting ready out there on the track to see how he's going to do. Right now we'll have a top 5 start unless Auten can get back out there. I think Sikosi is finally in the race car. Yes, he is.
He is.
So after we break past that 5-minute mark, Sikosi out there working now, so let's see how he does. This will give us a little bit of moment as he gets through his warm-up lap here. Let's take a look at what we've got ready for you here tonight at Worldwide Technology Raceway. 160 laps we're going to be running here tonight, maybe more if we end up with a late race caution. Stages will be at 35 and 70. Those will be the cautions we'll be looking for. We've kind of fumbled here the past couple of races where we've gone a few past, but that's A-OK, 100% fuel limit, and of course 5 sets of tires down in the pit. This league does not run fast repairs here, Stella.
Nope.
So they've got to be super careful, especially with how practice was going. Most guys were facing the infield out there. And,
no.
Yeah, going to be having a hard battle. Right now I don't see any wind being a problem out there. But it should kind of play up on these guys here just a little bit as we're waiting to see how Sikosi does across the line here. And, all of our playoff drivers are going to be stacked.
All right.
Dead center of the field here. Just remember that any of the championship 4 is going to be who finishes the highest here tonight as we level the playing field for the final time. So
Well, that sounds good. So we may have a triple, like first, second, and third podium people, and then still have a first, second, and third championship people.
Should be, yes.
Okay. Just wondering.
Yeah. All right. See if you can help Jay out there.
Jay,
Yep.
I was looking at it. The only thing that I know is on the inside course is they do karts and they do road courses. What exactly that weird red wiggly stuff is, I'm not too sure.
Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder if it's could be a road course or an autocrossing area or something like that. So Jay with the Google mind out there, he may be able to tell us before we can find out. All right, Stella, we've got about 2.5 minutes left here before we get underway here in just a moment. I'm hoping they're going to kind of push us through and go ahead and
That'd
get
be
us
awesome.
started. But go ahead and talk to me a little bit about the track here. You have any information? Because I know we're laying some fast laps out here. And Dylan Banks' time was sitting at about 33.9 out there, which is really quick. But it's interesting to see if that is going to be, record setting out here, or if he's going to pick up speed later on.
Well, I'll tell you, he was pretty darn close to the previous official lap record of Kyle Busch that was set in 22. That was a 33.19. But just today is the first, right? Yes. Today, they just broke the record again, qualifying for the Enjoy Illinois 300. Michael McDowell set a new track record at 32.318 or 139 miles an hour. That's so we are here at Simtrax right up to date.
Wow. All right, yeah. So we're so Dylan Banks is gonna have to figure out to pick up the pace just a little more, at least 1.5 seconds here to at least get close to that time. Right now we've got
Yes.
guys spread out from the 33.9 all the way to 34.5. 1 minute left in qualifying, and right now Jay is out there saying shopping carts.
No. You shop at Target too much.
Huh. All right. Well, yeah, it could be. I see what you're saying. Shopping carts. What in the hell? All right. Stella, I would probably ask anybody out there in the chat or even you right now, just seeing how it's sitting, who comes away with the championship here at the end?
Who comes away with it? Well, I would have to go with Justin Cope in that he is of the four, he is the only one who actually has won a race this season.
Okay, so everybody else has made it in by points.
That is correct.
All right. Well, I was going to choose Justin Cope as well, but we'll all lean toward. Stoney's been pretty strong as of late. He's able to fight his way up toward the front. Gets a little messy, though, when he gets there. Mark Sikosi kind of hangs out in the back and then attacks later on. I might have to go with Lee Mills on this one, the 72, and we'll see if he can fight his way up to the front. I got a feeling that tires are going to come into play here, and somebody's going to make a miscue here and take tires a little later, and they're going to capitalize on it. But with Dylan Banks out in front, really with a really fast time out there, and his I rating continues to skyrocket out there, it's going to be very, very hard for anybody to run him down. So it's going to be going to the highest finisher, if not the winner here of this race. So still,
All right. Yeah.
yes.
That's what I was asking before is if it isn't one and the same, then we're going to have a whole lot of interviews at the end.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, definitely what we'll do is we'll be able to grab a hold of 3, 4, the winner of the race, and then the winner of the championship.
Okay.
Oh, that's all we'll be grabbing out there. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting grid. Stella, since this is the season finale, we'll let you kick it off here with Dylan Banks and the 48 Chevrolet starting in the front row.
He is on the pole. Next to him is Corey Harville in the 92 Toyota, usually the only Toyota, and tonight he is the only Toyota out here tonight. Ralph Hutchison in the 15 car, Lee Mills in the 72. Stoney Benfield is in the third row on the inside, Justin Cope on the outside in the 59. Mark Sikosi, number 8, and Andy Reeves in the number 3 car will bring up our fourth row. Fifth row is Jacob Simpson, and Frank Flores. In the 11 and 12th will be Alan Wild and maybe Taylor Auten.
Yep, I'm seeing the 91 sitting out there on the track, so it should be good news out there that the 91 has shown out here for the Saturday Night Showdown for the final round here of 4. Getting ready to kick this one off here in just a moment, but we'll wait it out just a hair here as pace car is about to go ahead, fire it on up and get rolling here. Dylan Banks already off to a good start, getting rolling though. Normally you see some guys pop the clutch or spin the tires off the line here, but it looks like everything is looking good, everything is calibrated out there, and the only reason I mentioned that is some guys, if they do pop the clutch and spin the tires, we are already having a little bit of either a throttle or a clutch issue to begin.
You show Lee Mills 72 in the pits.
That I do.
Do we know why?
Broadcaster curse.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I would assume something's happened. He may be fighting a connection, trying to get it straightened out.
Oh man.
Yeah, really bad time to be kicked out of this one here.
Yeah, I'm.
Yeah, situations like this will actually be caused by not gritting up soon enough. He may be starting from pits here.
Wow.
So he'll at least be half a lap down if he can get out of pits. So we'll see how this one goes as we kick this one off here at Worldwide Technology Center. Away we go. Right out front, Dylan Banks gets a great start out here. The 48 Chevrolet, Corey Harville's only Toyota sitting second. Ralph Hutchinson is our third place driver, and underway is Lee Mills. He's fired up the engine and he's rolling now, so that's exactly what has happened here. Lee Mills down a lap though. Stella will have you double check here in just a moment, checking for any sort of penalties that he may be serving here in the final run. Right now,
I already looked. It's not.
Right now, a quick caution would do him some good here. But right now, our highest playoff driver is Tony Benfield, who is up to 4th already, gaining the position that Lee Mills unfortunately has lost as I see him heading back down pit road. So right now, Lee Mills may be down and out here. That's not looking good for Lee Mills here making it into the playoffs.
No, I guess not. This is way too soon. But hey, we've seen people 2 laps down in the last stage and still be able to come back. So I'm not I'm not letting your guy get that far out yet. But Jay does have an opinion. He says Dylan Banks will win the race, and our faster Pastor Stony Benfield will be our champion this evening.
Yeah, that it may be. Right now, it's looking pretty good for that. Right now, 33.78. So it should be faster than what he ran during qualifying here. 2 Chevrolets, only 1 Toyota here in the top 3. Right now, everybody else is pretty much unchanged out there, as Lee Mills still remains down pit road. Hate to see that for him, but it looks like it's going to only get worse for him. Jacob Simpson, who's the driver who was eliminated, sits down in 7th. Right now, it looks like he puts Andy Reeves back 1 more position. Back to 8th, where he says he belongs. Right now, they're taking a look. Right now, Simpson's still going on. And Stella, right now, the Fords seem to be capitalizing here as they rotate their way up here to the front.
Slowly but surely, but take a look at Frank Flores. He's doing well this evening. He's following Jacob with that being 2 places up.
Yeah, Flores moving on just a little bit there, along with Alan Wild out there. Right now, Wild still running the, looks like he's still running that Memorial Day scheme out there. He had some luck in it to begin with, looking to see if he can continue that on here tonight. Frank Flores, though, you're right, he is moving up. During practice, he did have I would almost say, the same connection that Lee Mills had. Now Mills is sitting down a boatload of laps here. I don't know if he's going to be able to recover. Right now, here he is. 2 laps down, so maybe if the fluid cautions happen, this is going to be when he needs it. Riley Bennett out there is rooting on Dylan Banks, and Banks still leading this race here, and it almost doesn't seem fair seeing these ahead by almost 2.5 seconds, less than 10 laps into this race.
Yes, that he is. He told us earlier he was going to put on a show this evening. And I believe this is just the prelude.
Yeah, taking a look back, Stella, did Dylan Banks participate in any playoff race up to this point?
Yes. He only missed the last one.
Okay. I was just wondering because we had a good point separation that he was actually in the lead by almost 15 points over everybody else, yet anybody who was in that chase has actually been knocked out. Dylan Banks, Ralph Hutchinson, Jacob Simpson were our guys up there in that charge that unfortunately have been eliminated from that run. Let's head back to the drawing board here, Stella. 8 laps in. Right now, Banks is still out front and still continuing to put on distance from the rest of the field. Seems kind of odd that one car is actually driving away from this field each and every race. And I know we've talked to him a couple of times, and he swears up and down at the setups he's getting. Right now, you might want to figure out where he's getting those setups and definitely get on board, because whatever they're doing, it's working.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Sometimes these open setup leagues get a bad rap because they are. People call them the best racing you can buy. But well, they have a point, because sometimes it's not what you can set your car up as and drive. It's what somebody else does, and you buy their setup. But I guess if you look at NASCAR, it's not like the driver is in there tweaking the engine and putting the right springs in. It's whatever they can buy.
Right. Now that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Corey Harville sits second, Ralph Hutchinson third. Unchanged here in the top 3 right now. Waiting to see if Stoney Benfield is going to be able to get any farther away from Justin Cope. Cope is sitting back here just a bit, at least 0.3 of a second off the back bumper of Stoney Benfield. Now, Benfield's really been rolling here in the NC811 car as we take a look back at Justin Cope. No caution yet, so Lee Mills still praying he can get away from this. Right now, my biggest curiosity is Lee Mills in trouble here
Yes.
of going yet another lap down.
Yeah, those are the bumpers, I think, for carts or something. That was a better shot of them. Sorry, I got distracted.
Well, there's
Thanks, Jay.
Our track and already what's on the field here. That's the 48 of actually Banks heading into the turn here.
Oh.
If you look along the backstretch right now, that is the 72 machine
Of Lee Mills.
Lee Mills trying to scurry away here. There he is. There's Lee Mills, and Dylan Banks is chasing him.
Ow.
Yeah, so right now Lee Mills is about to be in big danger here of going down for a 3rd lap.
Yeah, even if we do complete green flag racing at that point, he won't be able to get enough lucky dogs to, yeah. But happy thoughts. When have these guys gone completely green flag? So I look at the odds of us having a couple cautions, so get him back on the lead lap.
Yeah,
Are pretty
still
good.
A possibility. Dylan Banks now up to 4 seconds, only 13 laps in. Wow.
You know, I stand. The Charlotte Oval we had last week, the only cautions we did have were the stage cautions. So I correct myself on that and do apologize.
See if we can find a battle out here on the track right now. Sikosi, I think he's getting ready to send it 3 wide here.
Sure is.
29 of Jacob Simpson down on the bottom here. Greg Lee Mills leads.
No.
Simpson off Sikosi here, heading to the front stretch. Boy. Simpson looking to fight and bump his way around. And Sikosi, all right. Looks like Jacob Simpson does clear. Mark Sikosi's number 8 Chevrolet. Cope is going to fall down to 7th now. Frank Flores, you see him right outside our screen there in the 88.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Simpson's up four places, taking some of them a little more forcefully than others. But everybody's clean and still driving. And there were 9 unscheduled cautions at North Wilkesboro the week before, so I had a little bit to go off of.
Yeah. See, this is a little bit larger of a track. Guys are able to kind of wiggle their way around. Like last time we were here. This does have a good flavor. Weird. If I remember right, Stella all the way back. Last year, this is the one that PJ actually wrecked right here. Brought out a caution enough to get Trevor Earhart back onto the lead lap. Kynan Jones, he ended up spinning out.
How many times?
And then remember, Justice Murphy was actually one of our drivers who ended up on the lid of the wall as they were coming down the front stretch. I think him and Matt Robinson got into it.
Let's see, that race had 8 cautions and 3 green-white checkers.
All right.
Yeah, keep notes.
So my memory serves me right.
Boggling. It is absolutely boggling.
Take a look. Right now, I do want to check in one of our playoff drivers. Bill's still able to keep away. Right now, he's only about 3/10 slower than the leader. Still trucking on through right now. I'm interested to see that Andy Reeves and Taylor Auten are actually falling back on pace here.
But we are looking still at another 15 laps before our stage break. So that Lee Mills can at least get back to the end of the line and not have Banks.
Yeah, my biggest thing would be fending him off. Getting away that far, enough to stay out of them.
That's my point. getting at least a whole track length rather than looking at him in your rear view.
That's actually Banks looking at up front right now. Right on top of Banks here.
That's Mills you're looking at.
Negative. We're looking at, we're on top of Banks. We're looking at Mills
Right.
heading into 1 and 2 here.
Right. Well, we probably have time to take a look at some of these cars tonight, if we felt so inclined. We've got a little squeegee pro going there on Mr. Sikosi.
Uh-oh. Taylor Auten working his way down pit.
Uh-oh.
I got a feeling I know what that is. Yep. I think that is our first vehicle heading to the garage.
Oh, no. Too soon. Too soon.
Now, go ahead and write that one down in your notes there, Stella. We end up seeing that name sooner or later. We're not going to stick it out to the end regardless of winning or losing. Go ahead and check out. So let's check out Mark Sikosi's machine and the Squeegee Pros. Not looking bad there. Remember, Banks, though, was up to a 4-second lead. Has now been cut down to 3. Right now, Corey Harville's been running almost 3 to 4 tenths faster than the leader here for the past few laps. Still cutting it down here. Out of 2 3/4. Yeah, whatever's going on here, Dylan Dylan Banks has been slowing down. Corey Harville's starting to pick up the pace.
Well, Ralph Hutchison and Jacob Simpson are also running faster than Dylan Banks right now.
Yeah, Harville going to pull out of the way. I think
Ooh. Sorry? Wow. That was kind of close.
Yeah, this is the battle here for second. Harville still holds on to it, though. Hutchison may be looking to get around. Whoop. Simpson a little loose in there in the back. And dive bomb into 3. Hutchison's got it here. Nope. Stella, the more they're battling, notice how they're losing time here on Banks.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right now they were kind of, everything was kind of working there. I think they might just want to stick to what they were doing. Ralph will go up there and kind of give Harville a push here.
I was going to say, might want to watch Simpson. I thought he was going to give Hutchison a little push there.
Well, remember, those two are teammates. So they're going to be looking to fight it out there, kind of use little teamwork. Back up to the front, a little closer to Dylan Banks before he runs away with this.
Yeah, because we are back up now to 3.5 seconds. Well, yes. But, so what's our illustrious 92 running tonight? A Coors Light?
Yes.
Okay. Nice.
Yep.
Ooh.
Silver Bullet. Let's see if he can fight his way up to the front. Ralph Hutchison, the Stin Analyzer machine. Sitting right behind him in the 15 Chevrolet.
Very nice. Yeah, I thought he was going to take it on that one turn, but he decided not to. Scoring pylon on Mr. Simpson's car, and ooh, he just scored a place. Passing yes, Ralph Hutchison. I was right. Sorry. Surprised myself. Doesn't happen that often. Yeah. And here's Tony Penfield in his back to his usual 811 NC811 car. He was having to do something, or he was definitely going to make a mess.
Right now, Harville and Simpson are still going at it. Right now, I think Simpson has it.
Yep.
It's 3/4 of his car clearing here. Harville's going to switch up, though.
Yep. And again, looking at these guys battling, they are now 4.3 seconds behind our leader.
Yeah. Yeah, they may be thinking just stage as fast as they were gaining last time. You figure you kind of be radioing up, hey, we're catching.
Oh no, we are gonna be under caution right now on lap 30.
And watch this. We aren't gonna hit the brake.
Stop. Okay. Oh wow.
Well, Stella, if there's one thing I can guarantee, there's going to be some front end damage to a couple of cars out there that may hinder them for the remainder here of this race. We'll see. We'll check in on Stoney here. Yep.
Oh. Yes, sirree, Bob. But Simpson took a couple extra shots there.
Yeah, we'll check in on Simpson here. I see Simpson all the way back here. The damage there. Right now, it's not looking actually too bad. Just some cosmetic stuff here on the left side.
Oh. Well, he built his car a little better than other. Oh.
There's a little bump here on the right side. He'll be able to have
Look,
his pit
that
crew
back
trying to
end.
pull this out here.
Yeah, his back quarter panel looks rough. So Hutchison's already taken it in. to get some repairs done. Ah, there's a wheel fix.
Yep, front end damage here to the front of the stentanalyzer.com machine. So the 15 Chevrolet under repairs.
Benfield is taking it in.
Yep. Oddly enough,
And
just
Banks.
Cope is not.
Huh. Here we get. So it does look like Justin Cope and Alan Wild will be our two holdouts that are staying on the track. I'm assuming Mills will stay on the track. Yes, he's now one lap down.
All right, there's his wave around.
All right, let's see if we get any. Ooh, Mark Sikosi made a strategic move on this pit stop.
And that it looks like. Now Lee Mills does stay out to get the wave round. He does have to go back up and meet with the pace car before he can come down pit here. So he's going to be hurrying up to get back. This will give us a little bit of a moment here.
Yeah, we're looking at almost a minute now for Benfield and Jacob Simpson. Yeah, there's a minute for Benfield.
Right.
Did Jacob check up a little bit? Oh. Ow. Yeah, that cost Hutchinson 49 seconds. That little bump. No, maybe just came down.
Look at Ralph. 1, 2, 3. And then drives down and hits his own teammate.
I was looking to see if he's broken. He has the angle of his wheel, like you say. He's fighting that thing. He may not have been able to miss Simpson. When he broke, when he hit the wall, and when he came down, he couldn't even steer away from him.
Yep. Both these guys returning back to pit road here.
Says Jay says he can't hear you again. I'm being a big mouth.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
We'll see if we can find something else going on here. See if we can crank it up. See what's going on out there. All right. Right now, Cope is still out there. Cope did not pit, and neither is Alan Wild.
Correct.
Still odd here. I'm not sure. Right now, Jay out there was saying there was a possibility out there of Dylan Banks saving some tire out there or saving some fuel to make it to the end without needing any sort of a caution. Stella's saying that we're going back under green at 35, I'm going to assume.
That should be.
That should be our stage.
Usually within 5, that's what we call it. So, yeah, if they, that's the part that's getting me about Justin Cope and Alan Wild. At what point are they going to be in deep trouble? We got 100% fuel, but still, usually taking that stage break is kind of, I wouldn't say mandatory, but sensible.
Yeah. Fuel's one thing, tires would be another. Right now, I think Cope is going to be so far off pace here. Once the tires tack up and and starts really sticking to the track here. And Banks, I think, is getting ready to leave him. We'll see. Right now, yep, there's Banks pushing him around here.
Ooh. Or was Cope trying to block to keep him behind? Oh, and there's a caution.
Ooh, and Lee Mills.
Ding, ding, ding.
Back on the lead lap.
Yes, he is.
Stella.
Patience is a virtue.
What is the chance that they just called this stage?
No. Well, that was interesting. Jacob Simpson just took it to the garage.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is when the caution came out.
Okay. Did I look down and miss something?
What?
Like where Simpson went? We were watching him.
Yeah, Simpson's taken back to the garage. Yeah, I think they called this stage.
Okay.
We got no trouble out here on the track, and Simpson's still in one piece.
That's what I was wondering because we were driving. Oh, there.
Well,
Nope,
caution's
now-
already out. You guys are bunching here on the back.
Yeah. I'm looking for the. Yep, there's the yellow flag running. I do not know what our timing is there.
But why so much later? Is it saying this is yellow right now? Yeah, I think Jacob Simpson just put it into the wall after that. This will give Stony Benfield the opportunity to repair some more damage, so I'm sure right now Justin Cope is probably beside himself here.
Yeah, we do have somebody in the chat that is saying the yellow is the stage. We're just unfamiliar with a caution being followed by a stage within 5 laps. Usually it's one or the other. So, okay, yep. Stoney looks like he's going to stay in there for at least another minute, working on that that front end damage.
Stella, do you have any trivia for this track as Stony Benfield's working his way out of pit road here?
Well, maybe. Let's see. Now, the track was built in 1967, but it was not the track that you're looking at now. It was a drag racing track. It wasn't until 1985 that they put in a road course, both the 1 mile and the 2.6 mile. But 1994, a guy from the Grand Prix promoter people came in and demolished the whole place. Then rebuilt the track and the oval and the drag strip. But that wasn't until 1996. So that's makes this, in relation, a pretty new track. So how about that? I didn't realize that NASCAR never even came to this track until 2022. How about that?
Yeah.
So, but I do have one, if you want a real trivia question. There's a set of stands here called the Wallace stands. And I can give you a hint, it's not for George Wallace, Governor George Wallace. They were named for the famous racing trio who were born and raised in St. Louis. Who are the three?
I have no idea.
Really? figured you'd get one of them real quick. How about Rusty Wallace?
Yeah.
Mike Wallace?
Yeah.
Kenny Wallace?
Kenny.
There
Okay.
you go.
I knew Kenny and Rusty. The second one, nothing. I was
Oh.
drawing a blank. I was like,
Well, you
I said
you had said
three.
nothing. I couldn't imagine you weren't going. You were. Look, there's Jay. Rusty, Kenny, Mike. Smart Alec. Good deal. Good deal. Okay.
Mike. Was he the one that was hopping around?
That's a Jay question.
All right.
I mean, the only Mike Wallace I know
Stony
is on 60
Benfield going to
Minutes.
be coming back to the green flag at almost full speed here.
Okay. And with all this, 4 times down in the pits is still on the lead lap. That's some judicious timing.
Ouch. Coast the end of the wall coming out of 2 there. See if Lee Mills, who's gotten back onto the lead lap here, can come back from this one. Right now, all our playoff drivers are once again clumped together, 6 through 9.
And everybody behind them is out. So I look at that as our playoff drivers are at the end
Yeah.
of the field.
Rusty was in the 2. I'm trying to remember. I don't think Kenny was in the 4. Yeah. Mike was bumped around. Mike Wallace was the one that bumped around like 37.
Driving the number 0 Chevy Camaro for JD Motorsports.
Okay.
Yeah. I would definitely call him kind of an also ran. Best finish was like 33rd.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Jay's saying I'm pretty close there. So yeah, I thought it was I thought he was hopping around. That's why I couldn't name him because
Yeah.
I was like
Yeah, in 92 he was piloting the number 20 for let's see, for Moroso Racing. Then he was hired by Barry Owen to drive his number 9 Oldsmobile. Let's see, 9th place finish at Dover. Yep, you got it. You're on the right track.
Alrighty. Get a little closer to the mic here, and I think Bob's saying it seems really quiet tonight. I think it's kind of a quiet race here, though. Taking a look at Alan Wild out there in the 07 Ford. Looking to see if he can chop his way back up to the front. So we just saw Sikosi making a couple passes there. Working himself back up to 6th. But Dylan Banks, not a big enough breakaway that he had before. Still 1 second, though. So Banks, Flores, and Harville starting 1 through 3. That moves us to Andy Reeves, who's still in the race. Dropping down to Cope now as Cope fights up and now breaks apart the team out there. Cope now securing 4th. Right now it looks like Sikosi's going to charge along with him here. And we are going to be running all the way to lap number 70. So Cope moves up to 4th. Let's keep an eye on Sikosi, who right now puts Andy Reeves to the outside. Unfortunately, it does seem like that outside line is the fastest of the set here. But Sikosi's going to have to tuck in behind the number 3 car again. Decides not to.
No. It was like, yes, no.
Yeah, he may want to use that run a little bit and see if he could get Andy Reeves out of shape. But right now, it looks like he gets himself out of shape. There's some more contact.
And a little bit of return of the favor there, yes.
Yeah, apparently somebody's not happy out there. Right now, Lee Mills is the one everybody's kind of rallying around here to see if he can get back up. Right now, he still hangs out in that 8th spot. Benfield is kind of chucking off about another 6 tenths off the back bumper here of Lee Mills. Lee Mills had kind of a rough start here. Unfortunately, 2 laps down.
Looks like he's going to take Mr. Andy Reeves, too. Ooh, nope.
Yeah, right now, Reeves, yep, not yet. Yeah, not yet. As we take a look back there from Reeves' car to Alan Wild. The guy's still toying around out there. I'm waiting to see if Flores has got anything out there for Harville, as Harville's starting to really pick up the pace here the past couple of laps. Yep, nothing. Lee Mills still back to the drawing board here. Let's check in on Flores as he's out in front. Cope now starting to reel in Harville. So Harville has a choice to make here in that 92 Toyota. He's got to figure out if he's going to pick up the pace and catch Flores, or is he going to let Justin Cope pass him? One of these is going to happen. So we'll keep an eye here on the Silver Bullet. Still, I believe we've seen a paint job like this, but even the gray out there was more of a silver chrome.
Ah, yes. Yes,
Caleb Gilbert, number 40.
Sounds right.
Yep. All right.
He did well in that car. He changed paints and did not do so well.
Yeah, the Perrier car was not doing it for him out there. But when he came to Kansas, he was just about untouchable out there. And I believe, all right, Stella, back to that race. Wasn't he the winner of this race?
Oh, you're gonna make me look again.
Yep.
Just a minute.
Yeah, take a look all the way back. That'll trip you up.
Negative.
It wasn't Rob, was it?
No, Rob came in second. Caleb Gilbert came in third. Jeremy Burns won that race.
Well, shucks.
Oh, hey. You had me there.
All right. Frank Flores and the Team Conti Chevrolet. Let's take a look back at this battle when we start seeing heat up here for third. Harville is in that Toyota. We're taking a look back. Cope keeps sticking the nose down here on the bottom. See if he can maybe get a run on him. Right now I'm hoping Cope will be able to do something here. Unfortunately not following behind. He's going to start eating up that gas mileage a little bit here. Remember, Cope came in on lap 37, so I guess it was a good call that he waited to pit, as everybody else has stayed out. Flores and Banks and already have, considering, about 6 lap older tires out there. All right, well, Harville's still taking a peek here right now. Harville. That looked like Cope was going for it. Ooh, I hear power shifting.
Now, is that to pull them out of the turn faster?
Yeah, it's also to help
Would
slow
do
them
that?
down here.
Oh,
I think he's dropping it down to third.
he's in third. Interesting. Boy, we've seen fourth and fifth. I'm not sure we've ever seen somebody, I mean, short of the restarts,
Yep.
be in third.
Whoa, see Cope in the rear view. And Cope is taking a look there. See after this turn, if Cope doesn't have it, we're going to take a ride here along with Dylan Banks. Oh, there it is.
Yep. Oh, nice.
Boys, you can see the cameras there. We go from the rear to the right, yeah, to the left rear, out the netting, and then up to the left front fender here. So we get a little bit of 59 all over the place here.
Let's.
Oh, man.
Wow, that's tight.
Yeah, nice and close here. Ooh.
Really, really
Well,
close.
Cope is trying to keep him as high as possible so he can get a good angle into this turn.
Okay.
Right now, they're still holding on to it, though.
Nice. This is racing.
Yeah. Now, Cope might want to go over, and he's going to give him a nudge.
Oh.
Here it is.
Don't.
Well, he had him there, but then that little nudge has now pushed him up the track, and it looks like Mark Sikosi is using that opportunity to help reel him in. Oh, yeah, but watch the aerodynamic bubble. Look how Cope's coming on. Decides to check up earlier. All right, Cope's going to want some more of this. Not bad angles there. Taking a look at the battle between Harville and Cope as Dylan Banks drives off by almost 3 3/4 seconds out front.
Yes, that is one thing. It's tripled from the second that he had on Flores before. Now the three of them are together, but almost 4 seconds back.
Yep. Right now, Cope is our highest playoff driver out there as he sits in 4th. Sikosi's sitting 5th. Mills and Benfield down in 8th and 9th. Alan Wild, that is, and Andy Reeves are the ones breaking apart our guys. Whoa, Harville. Little loose by. Cope's gone. And now he's going to have to see if he can fight to hold on to 4th. And it doesn't look like it. Sikosi's going to have it. Harville drops from 3rd to 5th in the matter of the backstretch here.
My goodness. Hey, we could even see that again.
Yeah, hold on just a second. As right now it looks like Harville has regained traction here and starting to put some pressure on Sikosi. And doesn't look like it. Looked like I thought he was getting ready to have something. We'll see if he can maintain. Let's take another look at that pass. From up top, I want to see where Harville got loose here. Ooh, man.
Oh.
Maybe it's taking the wind right off him there.
There, I'll be darned. Oop. But then Cope touches the wall.
Well, he ended up getting a run. That's kind of the catch-22. You ride behind somebody. Now he had more speed than he expected.
Ah. And Mark Sikosi just said, opening, taken, thank you.
Yep.
And now he sits in 4th.
Yeah, right now it kind of looks back at Corey Harville, gives him the Terminator. Hasta la vista, baby. He's gone.
Oh. I thought it was the I'll be back.
No. No.
That's what Harville was saying back to him. Okay.
Yeah, right now, so far, so good. I've got to admit, right now, give it to Lee Mills for still sticking it out here.
Yeah.
Right now, he's sitting in 8th. Unfortunately, about 8 seconds off pace here.
He is.
Taking a look back, he's got to make up 3/4 of a second to find Andy Reeves. So right now, at least he's back onto the lead lap. You know, he's back on the lead lap. Now he's just got to get this thing set up. And he's only got one last stage break to do it.
Yeah, I was going to say one restart could change everything. Put everybody, even Stoney Benfield, who's 18 seconds back, right back in the thick of it.
Yeah. Well, Benfield may still be fighting some damage out there as the faster passenger has been trying to play chase. He's still got damage to the front nose of that car.
And he's still running 35 seconds on a good day. Yeah, ooh, that does not look great.
No, it does not. All right. Let's see if we can
Poor
find
horse.
Huh?
He squished the horse.
Oh. All right, let's check in on Frank Flores up here. As it looks like Sikosi is trying to get him for 3rd, but already, well, you ask why? Frank Flores is actually in 3rd because Cope has passed him.
Yes.
Yeah, Cope now all of a sudden coming on strong here late in this run. Only a few more laps here, about 8, to get us to the next stage. Let's check in on how this pass happened between Cope and Flores. Looks like a good roll off of 2 here. Dives in 3. Flores is out of shape.
I was going to say he went too high on the entry.
There it is, right there.
Be darned.
What a beautiful pole.
It does not take much, it's definitely a skill of inches to be in the right place at the right time.
Oh, absolutely. But Justin Cope seems to have set his car up for low line. Everybody else is working on setting theirs up for the high line. I mean, he goes down there and almost scrubs the paint every time. Of course, as I say that, he rides about a car and a half length up, but so far, he's been riding so close to that barrier down on the bottom of the rumble strips. And everybody else is so much higher.
And keeps it in control, too. That's the kicker.
And they can't just roll that bottom line. But oddly enough, I'm thinking, there's a turn here that is his strong suit. He's made most of his passes between 3 and 4, which are the wider part of the track.
And the flatter part.
Yeah, 1 and 2 are more of the pinch. So we'll see if Cope is able to come away with a little more here. Only needs to hold off about another 5 laps here. Now I think we'll have about 90 to go.
Yep.
Alrighty. I do want to give a shout out there for Bob Berry joining us here tonight, along with Jay, Peaks World. Well, let's clue in who that is. Riley Bennett out there. Lee Mills, I'm sure, who might still be tuned in here, though.
That's when you say hi.
Yep. The NSR series is looking for sponsors out there, guys. As this comes to a season finale here, that means it's re-sign time. But the schedule will be put out here in the next couple of weeks for how the 100% Cup League is going to be kicking off. If you want to sponsor a race, you can sponsor the caution flag, you can sponsor the white flag, or you can sponsor the league in its entirety. They're always open for definitely some sponsorship out there, and definitely, boy, I tell you what, hand me a commercial and we'll get it on here, I assure you. We'll get that done.
Now, I'm actually showing a schedule. Is it not to be published?
It's out there. I don't know if it's in permanent marker yet.
Ah.
I heard it was in one of those crappy erasable Bic pens.
Ah, yeah, those kinds that you should always write your checks in those.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to waste a check. You make sure it's erasable and you can fix it, and then I can come along and fix it behind you. Gotcha. So, okay, yeah. I mean, it's a full regular season. We'll have a round of 16, a round of 12, a round of 8. It has a championship race. Let's just say I think it follows the regular Cup schedule, and it will be 100% full-length race league. I can safely say that, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
We're still in the gray area, and then we'll see if we're signing on with these guys for next season. That does sound helpful, but sponsorship will help as well. With race control, broadcasting fees, and definitely being able to get some prizes out there to our race car drivers.
That would be excellent.
Yep, so any funding would help for these guys. Right now, Banks is out in front by almost 7.5 seconds, though. And Stella, I see lucky number 70 up at the top of our screen. Do they finish lap 70? Do we wait for the 10th driver? Because I don't have 10 anymore. I'm waiting for Stoney to make it across the line.
That's just what I was going to say. I guess we're going to do another full lap beyond it.
Right now, Stoney's in danger of going a lap down here.
Oh, my goodness.
Does Banks put him a lap behind here? Banks might be thinking about it, though.
Okay.
So right now, Stoney Benfield has cleared the line for lap 70. And, well, actually, he's cleared the line for lap 69.
We got it.
And cautions out. Boy, Stoney. Less than a second from going a lap down.
Yeah, and as far as sponsoring this league, you're also going to be coming and having the advantage of Simtrax broadcasting this league. There are 658 subscribers to Simtrax broadcasting, going up all the time. So it doesn't matter if you're a small town, shop or a dealership or anything like that. This goes out nationwide, slant worldwide. It's, Patrick puts it out on YouTube for everyone to see. You never know, what kind of business you have. It can be worked out as far as, give us a commercial and we'll get you some customers.
Oh, yeah. We'll even put you up on the top of the tower up there that you see rotating around.
There you go.
Yeah. I like that. On Simtrax for all YouTube to see in 1080p.
There you go.
There we go.
Ooh, that's clever.
Yep. 'Cause I definitely push out enough of a bit rate there that you guys can crank it on up and definitely get it not grainy. I know if it drops it down to below 4,
Yes.
I think 480, 420 is where it sits. Yeah, I think it's 480 because then 720 is the is the
Heck,
okay.
my phone takes it down in the like 150, and I'm like, oh no,
Yeah,
no.
yuck. Yeah, it looks terrible from there. All right.
Yes.
Pit road populated by the last of our drivers. 9 left to go. Right now, I see Dylan Banks already in his pit box. He'll be working his way out here in just a moment. Stoney Benfield, he's whoop.
Wow.
Yep. I was looking to see if he had worked his way down pit already.
He was trying.
Jay said, buddy.
That's a car that we haven't had a nice, good close-up on.
Oh, yeah, very yuck.
What?
Oh, he's out there saying the 144 looks terrible.
Oh. Sorry. I was saying we needed a good close, and you said very yuck.
Yeah. Well, actually, this would be a perfect picture right here if you want to test out the pixels out there, guys. I assure you, it looks a heck of a lot better.
Yeah,
in 1080p.
It's not a brown front. That is digi camo.
Yes. Yeah, I would actually be pretty interested, as I am pushing out enough bit rate for 4K right now for everybody to grab a hold of.
Very good.
If YouTube can accept such a thing. No, I'm still looking at the parameters of that and figuring out if I need to have 1,000 subscribers for that to be unlocked, or if it's based on somebody's purchasing ability in YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Premium. All right, Stella, talk to me about this guy's paint.
Well, I'm looking at in honor of our veterans, and he's got a nice ribbon on the front. Looks like some POWMIA, the flags that they fly, which is telling some of these countries to stop fussing and lying and giving us our people back. And now what's on the back bumper? That I cannot read.
Outlier?
Might need it. Oh.
Outlier? Eric
What is
Warman
an
out there saying, unfortunately, you need 1,000. Talk to me. Yeah, I need 1,000 subscribers. Okay, that's what he's saying. Yeah, I know. I know between it going, as soon as there's 1,000 subscribers, because I appreciate you guys tuning in here. We definitely have the watch hours. We've got the views. We're just missing the last of the subscribers, and I think we'll probably take some of our later past broadcasts and we'll probably monetize them there a little bit. I'd rather not do it to the
new ones.
You know what I mean? If you guys like to go back and watch it 2 weeks from now, I'd rather not be full of commercials for Blue Chew or something.
The heck is that?
We'll talk about that later still.
Okay.
But we'll hopefully it won't be in that that kind of situation. So we'll see how that goes. It's going up each and every night, though. People subscribe, and don't forget to tell your friends. I know my wife's slinging it all over out there.
What is she slinging?
Our feed, the stream.
Okay.
So.
Well, it looks like Stoney did another little stint in the pit box and got another almost 19 seconds worth of repairs done. So he's been down 6 times. Very well orchestrated pit stops. So that again, he is not. I mean, he came down twice just now, but not losing a lap.
Yep. Benfield will be catching the field, though. He'll be able to catch up. Still has front end damage to the front of that 75 NC811 Ford, but we are going to watch the 48 Chevrolet of Dylan Banks pull away here. Oh, yeah, Mark Sikosi.
Mark Sikosi.
Looked like Sikosi almost put Justin Cope, his teammate, into the wall, full send it through. Holy cow. All right. Well, looks like Revline Racing. Those two guys right now, they're not playing nice along with one another.
No, it looked like a 2-year-old taking a candy saying, mine.
Yeah. Well, right now, if Cope has any damage to the left front of that vehicle, he is not going to be able to catch Sikosi. Sikosi is now our highest playoff driver here in the front.
He is.
Half a second.
Nope,
Behind
just
Banks,
turned him.
Harville.
Oh. Wow.
No caution?
No caution.
There it is.
There it is.
Bro.
Ooh.
That was nasty.
Well, normally our drivers are all mashed up in the middle of the field, but Benfield has fought back to fourth.
Okay. And look at your Mills. He's in third. From 2 laps down. See, I told you, you don't give up.
All right, let's see what happened here. Showing that Alan Wild went off track first. Trying to see Cope underneath here, little tap.
Yep.
Whoop. And
Oh.
well, in hindsight, that's not too bad.
No. No.
I would come down and repair the damage, though, if he's already in the back of the field here.
But yeah, was that not a straight up 59 up into
You were asking if we dumped?
a little bit?
Okay, let's see if we can take a look here.
Yeah, see, I can never tell from this angle. I always have to watch from above. But that's just woo me. Sorry. Andy Reeves came flying past there. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Harville got a good bit of damage here.
Yes. Yes, he did.
That left rear was already folded in a little bit, though.
Yeah, a couple times. Just on this caution. Oh, wife's out there saying, yay, we are over halfway. And
Yo,
it's,
my wife's out there?
she is. She's talking to Jay.
Gross. Oh.
She's the better part of your day. Don't go there.
Yep.
So, Corey
I think I hear her
Harville is
giggling outside.
fit. Oh no. Stony Benfield coming down for another minute and flying back out.
Yeah.
But he had gained all those places. He was all the way up in the front, and
We are
now he is back at the end again.
Unscathed.
Ah. So now comes the faster pastor.
We'll take a look here at Corey Harville. I'm wondering how much time he actually needs down pit here. Sikosi, Cope, and Lee Mills sitting second, third, and fourth. Banks been leading all this race.
Oh yeah. Do we see that changing? I'd say not unless somebody takes him off the line and messes him up.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think with his car's that much faster, normally people either weigh him down or you start him from the back of the field.
I think Jay's wagging his finger at you. Says you're being mean.
Nah.
And Stoney's trying one more shot. No. Is he really?
I wonder if it's tires this time.
I am curious. This might be tight.
Nope. So fixing damage though. Let's see if I can see where that damage is. Maybe some up there, or he's doing a touch and go. 13 seconds and probably topping off on fuel. I wouldn't blame him for that.
Yeah. Okay. He has double the amount of pit visits than the next closest driver.
Yeah, which would actually be Corey Harville or up to Lee Mills.
Yes.
Oh man, Sikosi, our leader here in the playoffs.
Yes.
in the positions. So right now that'll mean Cope and Mills will be starting side by side here. And let's see how this goes.
Come on, Mills. Fall asleep.
Poison back here.
He's running third too. There we go.
That's the check up though.
Yes, he did. Had to check up behind Sikosi. Not quite sure why Sikosi was backing off, unless he just decided to go ahead and let Cope by him pull in.
Wow. That's odd. That's an interesting strategy. If I were in the 72, I would have pushed Sikosi and let them two continue to battle it out. Let them wear their tires down, and I'll attack later. Interesting angle here for Lee Mills. Sikosi is, oddly enough, back here with a teammate where Alan Wild is. I think Wild's still fighting to get back up there.
He is.
Corey Harville sitting 7th. Been fast all night here. Look at Benfield. Whoa.
Yeah.
See how it goes. Right now, Benfield's still trying to fight through. He may be able to use some of the draft here from the 3. Seeing the 3's getting out of shape, and he does. Pulls on around. Benfield up. Harville now back to 8.
Yeah, well, Harville took a little bit of a stripe on that wall back there. That allowed Benfield to go by.
We were talking earlier about faster laps out there. 33.66 is what he turned a couple of laps ago. That being Dylan Banks here. Who's all the way up in the lead. 33.66 right now. That's about 11 tenths faster. I think
Yes.
our guy.
Justin Cope.
Yeah, our next fastest guy out there.
Well, that's why he's almost a second ahead of Justin Cope at this point.
Yeah, Cope
And everybody
already
else-
getting out in front by almost a quarter of a second over top of Sikosi, though.
Ooh.
Now it's cut down to a quarter of a second. Right now, Sikosi's starting to really follow along. There for the Revline Racing Team. Right now, the NCAA won. Stella, we were thinking who in the world out there. We were like, hey, who's Peak's world? That would be probably Nicholas Peak out here, I believe, who's probably playing spotter for 2 guys out there in the NCAA 1 Motorsports machines, which consist of Alan Wild and Stoney Benfield. Fast House Racing enjoying their time out there, as one of their drivers has been leading all this race, Dylan Banks, that is. Corey Harville, unfortunately, getting a little bit of a spin out there. He sits down in 8th. Greg Flores sits 5th. And Lee Mills still charging ahead and sitting 4th. Right now, doesn't quite have the setup, so one last adjustment he may be able to make as they come down pit for one last time. I would assume somewhere around about that 115 to 130 mark. And
Okay.
after that, we won't see them return back down to pit unless we are back under caution. Peaks World out there saying I am correct. Haha! Somebody's still tuned in. Love it.
Marty.
Alrighty, well, as everything comes to a little bit of a lull here, we're going to kick off over to our commercial break here for just a moment. We'll be right back. everybody. Appreciate you guys hanging out there with us for a shout out from our sponsor, Admin Box. If you're an admin out there and you're out there racing, definitely check them out. It's definitely useful. Being able to throw black flags, caution flags, being able to wave black flags, being able to get guys away and kind of fix everything up out there on the track. Give guys wave arounds if need be, if something happens like that, and it's right there at the tip of your fingers. It's not going over and fighting the keyboard and mouse. So fix everything while you're still trying to race your race. We're sitting along here with Dylan Banks. Oddly enough, has not been shifting down into third very much. We do see fourth is kicking down into third between 1 and 2, but it looked like he hangs out in fourth through 3 and 4. His gearing is much different here.
It is. I haven't seen him run that configuration. Wow.
See, he holds fourth here. I think that would be the thing, is trying to figure out his winning concept here.
You gonna give away all his trade secrets?
Absolutely. Watch this. Here's fourth for the slowdown. Hits third, but he never shifts out of fourth on the backstretch. He revs it out.
It's more. It's an easier, softer turn, and this one's more pinchy.
Uh-oh, somebody tuned in. Somebody tuned in. He sits in fourth and hammers it over 9,000 RPM before he's ready to slow down. So how he's not blowing the engine is beyond me.
Being out front and all that nice cool air.
Yeah, but still, they can only turn so many RPMs, and hitting 92 to 94 is still something.
That's true.
Let's see if we can check one more time here. Third, fourth. There. Never shifts. Redlines it. You can go home and see her, the engine stop. It doesn't continue to accelerate or rev. So oddly enough, it does not continue going to blow the engine. So,
that's knowing what your car can do.
Yeah, I guess so.
I've seen guys redline it a lot, and just if it's like for a second, it doesn't seem to bother the engines. I haven't seen them blow from that kind of thing on here.
Yeah, only if we see somebody downshift and then it pops it.
Now we've seen them. Oops, I put it in second.
Right.
You know, instead of fourth.
Yeah, but normally you don't see an engine continue to have a rev limiter. These don't have rev limiters on them. So I think that's what the only thing like I said is bugging me, is it goes from, it almost hits that 91, 99 and then stops. The engine doesn't continue to accelerate.
Maybe it's just that's where he lets off. He sees a red and he takes it back.
Yeah, very odd. All right, let's check in on some of our other drivers out there. Justin Cope sitting second, Sikosi third, Lee Mills is fourth. Frank Flores is our fifth place driver. Andy Reeves reeling in the sixth position here, and his Chevrolet being the final one that is still active out there on the track. Stoney Benfield in the 75, our last playoff driver, sitting seventh in his Ford. Alan Wild's Ford sits ninth, and Corey Harville in the final Toyota. Yeah, Jay is out there saying, I'm just learning for my future return.
He's in the only Toyota.
Yeah. I guarantee you, Corey Harville, if Jay's out there calling, I may, I think Andy Reeves spun out here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, hold on, let's go back and check. Not enough for caution here. Whoa!
Oh, yeah. A little bit of landscaping adjustments.
All right. Go ahead and give me the old... Whoop. Lost it again there. I saw it kind of blip over here that he lost, went off track. But that's where they called a wreck there. It said that Mr. Reeves has crashed. No, but that's not a crash. There was no other vehicle involved, unfortunately. This does drop him down to about that 21-second mark, though, here, Stella.
Yes, it does. That's he's going to be in jeopardy pretty quick at the rate Banks has taken off. Yeah, I mean, the Harville, I guess last week was his real heyday, winning stage 1, stage 2, and the final at Charlotte.
I guarantee you, as Jay's kind of toying around out there, buddy, I have been thinking a long time about getting back behind the wheel. It has been quite a hiatus here from iRacing to behind the wheel.
That's a good word. Yep.
And I'm sure Corey Harville would enjoy having another Toyota out there with him. But I do enjoy it up here in the booth, bringing you guys the best in iRacing with leagues that do decide to sign up with us. I know we had somebody just sign up for, I believe, Mondays, so we'll poke around with that and take a look and see what they've got to allow.
When were you going to hit me to that, dude?
Surprise! Right, but we'll see. We haven't even. My wife has not responded back to him yet. I did see there was an application, which I do appreciate you guys turning in over there at SimTrackBroadcasting.com. Does have every race we had, even from the very first one back there with the Racing Revolution. I'm sure if you want to see that rough broadcast of our very first.
Oh.
There have been many, many modifications since then, but we're always getting better, I assure you of that. Between graphics-wise, fitting deals that we do out there, and definitely ever more cutting-edge technology that we run here. All right, let's keep an eye here on Alan Wild. He is under fire here by Corey Harville, but interesting enough, the NC811 team knows the tail here, and can Corey Harville get not one but two here? Well, looks like he's got Alan Wild in the rear view. Now he's going to have to make a quick cut up. Ooh, man, gets almost to that Justin Cope corner there. And now Corey Harville is going to try to attack here on Stony Benfield. Benfield trying to get back in the chase here, but Cope is way out in front by at least 2 seconds in front of Sikosi.
Yeah, that's a stretch to take up. But what's not a stretch is that save 22 on the side of Alan Wild's car. That is first responder and veteran suicide prevention. So just he's has a lot of bases covered on that Memorial Day car.
Yeah, that he does. I believe, didn't they also say it wasn't that the chef there was a professional, well, not professional, but a bodybuilder out there? I believe he said every 22 seconds a veteran. So he does push-ups.
No, it's every day 22 veterans lose their battle by suicide. You're close. But it's, yeah, not every 22 seconds. Good gravy. That's worse than COVID. But yeah, it's bad one way or another. If it's PTSD, if it's getting, fed up with them not counting Agent Orange as an actual debilitating issue, but a lot of them choose to take suicide as the way out from their troubles.
Yep.
And this is a charity that does their best to prevent that. Gives them other avenues. My bad.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I was trying not to interrupt there. I was taking a look at Corey Harville making around Stony Benfield. So now Benfield drops down back to 7th here. And he's going to be playing chase. Might need a little heavenly wishes here to get him up to the front. Right now he's in a little bit of trouble. We still do have a pit cycle left to go, though. Stony Benfield did pit back on lap 80 right now. That's about 8 laps fresher than anybody else, but that was only looked like a top off and go. No tires were taken. Right now, Stella, we are sitting, I'm checking some of our lap times, 34:35 out there by Dylan Banks. So right now, that does leave Reeves in an A-OK position here. Instead of being in fear of going a lap down right now, he's got plenty of time out front. But boy, he's going to have to short pit it here. And I think maybe only set of right sides to shave off at least maybe 6 seconds here. See if he can get caught back up and get back into the fight. Right now, Benfield is fighting out there with Alan Wild, though. This is for the seventh position. Benfield looks like he gets him, though. He gets back out there. Let's check in on Flores. Flores has got plenty of time as Corey Harville is off by 4.3 seconds of catching him here. Flores is trying to run down Lee Mills, though. These two are at least semi-close. Sikosi's sitting in third. 2.2 seconds off Justin Cope and Stella. Right now, I got guys everywhere. Let's go ahead and pull up that track map again.
Yeah. Oh my. Well, there's a lot of room, believe it or not, in a mile and a quarter for 9 cars. They could. Wow, that is some serious spacing.
Well, for only 9 drivers, it does make it kind of rough from this angle here. But we have 50 laps left to go.
All right, and then we will crown a champion.
Yep, for the season finale here at the Worldwide Technology Center, also better known as Gateway. Track made a little bit different there. Stella, any reason why they have changed the name of this track since it was open so soon?
Money.
Love it.
Sorry. Yeah, Worldwide Technology. I want to say maybe in 2019 bought the rights to name it, and here we are.
That sounds like Charlotte Motor Speedway too. They used to be Lowe's.
Yeah, but they went backwards instead of forwards. So yeah, it didn't start as Lowe's. Lowe's bought it for several years and then gave it back.
God, so
but what? Charlotte.
That's
Charlotte
how I
should
always
be
remembered
Charlotte.
it as a kid. Lowe's Motor
As Lowe's?
Speedway, it was always the dash track because it had actual lanes out there, so you knew where to turn. I knew I needed to go over top of this, this mark. I need to swing back up, back down on the front stretch, just because it was lined.
Yeah.
So that was something I can remember. So
this Worldwide Technology is actually a 4th name for this track. I had to go look it up. First, it was St. Louis International Raceway, then Gateway International Raceway, then Gateway Motorsports Park, and now Worldwide. So, do you know why they call it Gateway?
I'm hoping not for that crazy entrance that you see on the backstretch that takes out drivers.
Negative. Negative. The gateway to the west is considered St. Louis, and they have a great big arch. You've seen the St. Louis arch?
Uh-huh.
Bingo. This is just down the way. So that's why they call it Gateway.
Indubitably.
Indubitably. Okay.
You know what? We're gonna do something that
Uh-oh.
that trips everybody out. Let's see if we can do it.
Okay.
Let's see if we can do it. I'm going to see who's in our post-race interview area. All right, ready?
No.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it whether he likes it to or not. Dylan Banks, how you doing out there, buddy?
Oh, good, buddy. How you doing?
Oh, doing all right, man. We've been riding along with you, and I've got one of the biggest questions out there, man. How are you
What's
not
up, man?
blowing the motor heading into 3?
I've been watching your stream. I shifted up in the 5th at one time for you if you didn't see.
Yeah, butthead. I said,
Yes,
yeah, of course he does. Right now. After the entire time I've been watching this whole thing, I said, yeah, now he shifts in the 5th.
But honestly, it doesn't really hurt it, honestly. As long as you don't do it, like, I don't know, like, it takes a lot to... I don't even know if is it possible to blow an engine off of your gear in this? I don't even know if that's possible.
Yeah, if you hold it in gear. I'm impressed at how long, though. Normally you got to about a count of 3 and then it pops.
Oh, yeah. I just think it's because shifting burns up the rear tires. So, honestly, I'm just trying to stay in 4th and get as much as I can out of it. Or going into 3 and 4.
Yeah, but you're 5.5 seconds ahead, my man. I mean, we think of fuel economy at this point, or when are we needing to pit?
I'm just trying to get that extra insurance. That's honestly what I'm doing. I've got vengeance on my mind right now because I'm not in the championship 4. So that's kind of what's fueling me right now.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about where the heck you were last week.
You know where he was?
Oh yeah, that was a real thing.
Yeah, he was watching the real Charlotte.
Oh my God. Should've
I saw
pulled-
pictures.
should've pulled
Yeah, it
up the
wasn't the
monitor.
Coke. It wasn't the Coke 600. It was the Coke 373 and a half.
Yeah. And you can
Yes.
thank Rain for that.
Yeah, tell me about it.
All right,
I was
Dylan.
bummed.
Well,
373 and a
we'll,
half. That's cute.
we'll see how you do here, buddy. I think pit stops are coming up here pretty soon. I see Stoney Benfield and Andy Reeves have already taken it down. Unfortunately, those are our guys in the back of the field. How much fuel do you got left before we got to work your way down?
Oh, we
Gonna
got plenty of this tank. Plenty of
Yeah,
this tank.
he knows Peak is listening. Who
Yeah,
is sitting over there by 8.
I'm gonna burn this set until the tires fall off of it.
Oh, all right. Just don't fall short of gas like a half a lap too late.
That's right. That's right.
Stella, we're looking at him being there since lap 72. And if he makes it the rest of the way, that would be something. All right, Dylan, good luck, buddy, and we'll see if we'll probably see you here in the end.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Well, 1st through 7th all pit in the 70s last. So we shall see just who starts bailing out.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see if when they do, you could follow them and see if it's a splash and go or whether it's 4 tires in fuel.
Well, the way Dylan talks about it, it doesn't look like fuel's going to be an issue here. It's going to be if the tires wear out of him and he goes up and hammers the wall. That's what he's saying.
Okay.
We're going to drive the tires off until they fall off. In other words,
Yeah.
I don't think Dylan Banks has a plan on even pitting.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so if you consider that, anybody pitting now is just trying to pick up the pace. Right now, let's take a look at some of his best time out here on the track. We'll have that up in the tower. 33.65, 33.76, 33.79 of our top 3 guys. Check out the last times.
But look at the last time. Stoney, who just came out on a lap 115, is running a 33.8, and Dylan is running a 34.5.
Right, but could he be burning up his tires before he gets there?
Absolutely.
So, because we're already, I think, 1 to 2 laps off here.
It's interesting because Frank Flores, his speed is running 169. Stoney's running 168, yet his lap time is faster. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, those would be your top speeds that we're seeing there right now. That does mean he's actually driving through the turn a little bit faster out there. Almost 6 seconds now for Dylan Banks out up front. Right now we're taking a look here at Corey Harville. I'm wondering if Harville's going to be able to kick something back here and get going for it. Stella, we are looking at right now our front 2 playoff drivers are only separated by less than half a second here. Cope still has this in the bag, but it's getting close here toward the end.
Yep, well, that's my pick for tonight. I thought he would be our championship driver, so I'm going to say yay, go Cope.
All right, so it would require me to have Cope and Sikosi wreck each other out here for Mills to win it.
So Mills,
But hey, what a Cinderella story that would be to come all the way from the back. I mean, way back.
We just watched one broadcast one the other night where it was the guy in 3rd place, and you were going, "Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win?" I said, "Well, what if he comes in as a spoiler?" And that's exactly what happened.
Oh,
3rd place.
And he started.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. I thought he was like 6 laps down. He was 6 laps down at the beginning of the race because something happened, and he still came back. Yeah,
Yep,
that was
won it.
But they say, yeah, we won the championship last year. And then he said, this is the first race I've won. And so whatever it is, the talent's either gotten better, or hey, man, he's just not on his game this year. We saw that out of the Racing Revolution as well. Hell, Robert Rader, he won 80% of the races the following year. He won less than 40.
Yeah, well, it was like 7 out of 12 the first time.
Right.
For the first season we saw. Yeah, and then he had a season where he didn't win anything until, almost the playoffs. He was just running on points.
Yeah. He was definitely scoring the playoff points. by getting the stage wins there toward the end. And that's exactly what he was looking for out there. All right, Cope's still trying to stay out in front of Sikosi. He does get that lead almost opened up back again to almost 1 second here. We'll see if we can find... I wonder if we should grab somebody else from Fast House Racing out there.
Ooh, I don't know if I would pull anybody else up. Dylan's one thing, because he's like, you know, way out there. But everybody else may make a mistake.
I guess. I mean, I'm not pulling in playoff drivers.
But still.
I mean, that would be my thing. I'm not pulling in playoff drivers, and I'm pulling in guys that are nobody in front by 4 seconds and nobody behind them by 3 seconds.
Oh.
I mean, there's plenty of wiggle room here, so.
Well,
all right, well, we can hang out here. You
worry
just better
because
talk to me about this track.
I worry because there's guys, you know, there's people that can't walk and chew gum at the same time. What if you pull somebody up and they can't drive and talk at the same time? That would be terrible. And here we are with only 30 laps to go in the last race of the season. I mean, you jinxed somebody by calling him as a winner. You don't want to go do something like that.
Unbelievable.
All right, I got a little piece. NASCAR Cup Series, I told you before, began here in 2022. When they announced that they were going to be getting that race, within 24 hours of that announcement, 5,000 ticket deposits were already made. And that first race was the first time, that first NASCAR race was the first time they had a sellout at this track. So, yeah, I think they made a good choice.
Yeah, and definitely it's a different track. It's new. Not as much seating as most racetracks, though. Is that Frank Flores? Is he working his way down pit? Wait a minute. Dylan Banks lied to me. Down pit he comes. Mark Sikosi stays out. Cope is on his way in. I think Flores, he's on his way in. Lee Mills stays out.
Ooh. Very interesting. Harville stays out.
And you figure Stony Benfield and Reeves should stay out also.
Yes, so this could still shuffle it up a little bit if they can get around the track fast enough.
Yes. Yes.
Banks on his way out. 4 tires and fuel.
Looks like it.
Cope needs to hurry up here. Cope with a 14.7. Frank Flores, 15.3 in the box.
Ouch.
Yeah, right now, and that looks like Sikosi has lapped these guys. Ooh. All right, we'll see. Sikosi's staying out.
And he's right on the tail of lapping Banks.
Yep. Lee Mills working on it here. That's Dylan Banks here. And Sikosi.
Ooh. Alrighty.
Yeah, you can definitely see, although the timing, Banks is pulling away there.
So the last time Sikosi came down is lap 72.
Yes.
Along with Lee Mills.
Along with Lee Mills, yep.
Corey Harville came down on 79 with Alan Wild on 78. So this, the plot thickens.
Yeah, an untimely caution would seal the fate of everybody behind Justin Cope.
Yes.
Sikosi's still hanging out there, and I think Sikosi's slowing down. Something's up here. He got down under 90 miles an hour. Wow, you see Cope rip off that wall? Woo! 33.62. Right now, he is flying. Dylan Banks has only run a 33.61.
Is happening. Did he run out of fuel?
I don't know. I don't believe so. But right now, his tires are just plumb wore out, and Justin Cope showing you what tires can do. Goodbye. He gets his lap back, no problem. So now Benfield would be able to get back onto the lead lap.
Wow.
Yeah, Banks with a 33.54, really tearing up this track. 33.56 here by Cope. Right now, those two guys are separated by almost 10 seconds. Rolling reel each other in. Banks still rolling here. Waiting to see when
passed-
Sikosi's going to pit.
Like he
Sikosi's
was
still not
standing
decided.
still.
Yeah. Well, it's been a right while here. 25 laps left to go. If you start thinking about the amount of fall off here, as it looks like the tires just melted down to the rims for some of these guys. And I'm wondering if that's why Dylan Banks changed his tune. As he got going and all of a sudden the tires just quit. And he may have started falling off because we're noticing here Sikosi is now falling off by almost 0.3 a lap.
Interesting.
So right now Sikosi really needs to make a decision here pretty soon.
Well, he's still so far ahead of everybody. I would dive, right?
If it's not a fuel issue and it is only a tire issue, Sikosi has no choice but to stay out from here on out.
Oh.
If Sikosi pits, he gives up the championship. Right now, he's got a 30-second lead on Cope and a 6-second lead on Mills, who's out there driving on the exact same amount of
Yes.
life of tires that he is. So I don't see Mills reeling him in. So the biggest thing he needs to worry about is Cope, who just broke under 30 seconds. But we're starting to quickly saw it away here. Cope cutting it off by almost a second a lap here. 34.06 for Cope and 35.07 for Sikosi.
But a second a lap isn't going to buy it.
No.
We only have 23 to go.
Right now, Cope needs to also think longevity-wise. As if Sikosi runs into any lap traffic, he's going to have Dylan Banks, I'm sure, is still on a roll here, 18 and a half seconds behind. So there's a chance Banks is going to catch him here. But is Sikosi going to continue to slow down? 35.46. So we're still going backwards. So this is getting pretty rough here for Mark Sikosi. But he, like I said, he can't pit. He had a chance and now he can't. So a little strategy here, and this may be what gets him to the end. 21 laps left to go. Boy, would that be an upset here. Is seeing Sikosi come away with the win by not pitting.
Yeah. Yeah, that is not a call I would have expected by any means.
Right now he is staying out front. Cope is starting to slow his charge forward, though. 26 seconds behind.
I'm trying to see whether Mills is slowing down or Sikosi is speeding up, because he just gained another second on Lee Mills.
Yeah, Mills sitting at 35.4. Take a look at the last lap times up there in the tower. Sikosi just hit a 34.9. Yuck. 35.27.
Huh. Interesting.
Yep. Now Harville pit on lap 79. Alan Wild pit on lap 78. Boy, that's going to be close. Cope now down under 25. if Sikosi doesn't have to pit here for tires, he's got it in the bag. Mills pitting.
He couldn't take it anymore. Yeah, I don't blame him.
Yeah, may not have been seeing any gain here. So now
He
Cope.
wasn't. Yeah. Now Sikosi has a 10-second, almost 11-second lead on Harville. 23 on Cope. Does he go down? What is pit? I know there's pit box speed, pit box time, and then there's whole lane time.
Yeah, 46 seconds is what we're looking at.
Ooh, yikes!
Right. It's
Okay.
not like he's gonna touch and go.
Yeah.
By the time he gets to the box, Cope will be passing.
Yes. Okay. That's what I was kind of tangling with there.
looks like there's a battle here for 6th. Benfield's taking a look around, sitting at 115 is when Benfield came down. They are followed by Mark Sikosi. Flores here.
Now, this could be interesting.
Yeah, well, this is where everybody's kind of reeling him in. I'm noticing Sikosi's enjoying it, though, as long as he can stay out of any sort of trouble.
Yep,
Every time
Flores
Sikosi
gets
gets
his
out
lap.
of his line, though.
Yeah, these two are fixing to get their laps back.
Yeah, it looks like Harville had a problem because I thought he was only about 10 seconds behind. Now he's dropped to 14 and a half. And rolling backwards, now he's coming down pit.
And look who's right behind Sikosi is Dylan Banks.
All right. But remember, Sikosi only win the championship has to be the highest place.
Yes.
Right now, Cope just, I think, got into 4th. And is 20 seconds behind with 16 to go.
But he's been maintaining that 10 seconds between him and Banks this whole time. Between Cope and Banks. That's interesting. Can't quite gain on him.
Yeah, 33.93, identical time there to Banks. Last lap. 33.93 by Cope. Mark Sikosi's running a 35.55. Does look like he is picking up the pace just a little bit, trying to keep guys out of it. Right now, I think Benfield's up there. Right now, Sikosi's using Benfield to his advantage to help pull him around the track.
There you go.
Can't blame him. Gotta do something here.
Do anything,
gonna be
yeah.
living on edge. Boy, good couple laps here for Cope. Now down to 17 and a half.
But again, same 10 seconds away from Banks because Banks is only 7.5 behind
Right.
Sikosi. Wow.
Yeah. All I'm saying is I'm not giving any shadow of a doubt here that Banks will reobtain the lead. And I think Sikosi has no problem with that. The key is him beating out Cope.
Right.
With 13 to go here at the line. Oh, man. Right? Right now, Cope is probably driving the wheels off this thing, trying to figure out how he can come up with just a little more.
Yeah, I think he's got to also be wondering if there's any chance at all Sikosi can't make it. That's his saving grace at this point. If he runs out of gas, if he runs out of tires, I mean, he's still 15 seconds behind.
Yep.
That's like a half a lap. Can we see the lap thing again? The track map? Ooh. 1, 2 would be Banks. 4. Okay, so we're looking for 1 and 4.
Yep.
Yep, that's about a half a lap.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty close here. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. We're taking a look here. Only 3 of the drivers tonight took it down to the garage. Lee Mills just passed Stoney Benfield not too long ago. Lee Mills did pit on lap 141. Looks like 9.85 in the box there for Lee Mills. So apparently a little strategy there for Mills.
Yeah.
To fight back on it. I'm wondering if he may pay for it later, not taking 4 tires to fight back out there and see if he can continue his charge forward. Right now, he would need to make up almost 3/4 of a lap. All right, Banks only 2 seconds off the lead here. Should be looking pretty soon here. As Sikosi right on the edge of our screen here. Yeah, Cope's up to 3rd.
10 to go. Green flag.
10 to go. Cope needs to make up at least a second a lap.
And his speed is not at that.
It's not coming back the way it hoped.
No.
tie on last lap. Sikosi with 35.66. Cope with 34.27. Here's the pass for the lead. Banks out.
There you go, Jay. Jay's a big fan. He
Cope
didn't know.
under 10 seconds now. 9 to go. Oh my gosh.
This?
Techni-
Wow.
Yeah, technically, Stella, if we keep the time, if it's able to go, he may have enough. Or he'll be 1 second behind him here.
Yeah, it'll be close, but I don't. I'm not. Just my math.
Yeah.
Don't mind me.
Cope's starting to stall out here, though. 34.2. Yeah. Looks like right now Cope is running a second and a half faster per lap. 35.5 now for Sikosi. 34.28 by Cope. Boy.
This is gonna be tight.
Yeah. Oh! No! Sikosi
Yep.
coming down pit with 7 laps left to go.
Yep.
He's
Oh
not
my
going to
goodness.
make it.
That
puts
is
Cope in it.
painful. That's it.
Holy
That's it.
cow. Wow.
Now the question is, no, Banks is too far ahead. I was gonna say, how is he looking to catch with Banks? You think he could win the whole thing?
No.
No.
No, not if he was keeping up with Banks there for a while. But it does look like we're going to only have 2 of our playoff drivers on the lead lap here. Mills just trying to stay out front.
Desperately.
Stoney
Yes.
Benfield working his way down as Mark Sikosi takes a 5.43 pit stop time. Just enough fuel.
Just enough fuel. Wow.
Missed the mark. So close.
It was a valiant effort.
But give it to Cope for sticking it out, though. Pitting on lap 130. And then racing it out for the final 30 laps here. 4 to go. Dylan Banks back in the lead. Cope's forward. Sits second. Alan Wild. The NC811 team sits third. Looks like we have a driver from each race team
Yes.
out here. Fast House Racing in the front. Cope with Revline and second. And the NC811 team sits third.
That's cool.
Yep. So right now, any caution that somebody was praying was going to happen does not look like it's coming to save anybody. Well, I would say if Sikosi had a caution, he'd have pit 4 tires and fuel, and then he'd have been out there ripping it. You know,
Oh, yeah.
but you know, for Harville to come back and have a chance at winning this, he was pretty quick tonight. Benfield to not get his lap back. Which is
Yeah.
the rather unfortunate part. So,
I'll tell you, he plugged away. He ended up going down 9 times, either with your regular 2 trips, but 7 extra trips to get that horrible mess of front end fixed there.
yeah, you got to. You have no choice, especially if we're out here racing not in a pack. How aerodynamic you have to be is critical.
Yeah. I'm just saying, how many times have we seen guys that just, say, oh, nope, I'm going to be a lap down, bye. And he's come back how many times and
Yep.
just making it work. Final lap, white flag.
Yep. White flag is out here at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Dylan Banks half a lap away from yet another win here this season. Stella, this definitely makes a handful here for Dylan Banks.
4.
Yeah, coming back, it does remind you of Team Conti as when they rolled through here So it looks like coming away with the win will be Dylan Banks. As he totals the car, and our championship winner is coming across the line here in just a moment. Justin Cope.
Hey. I called that. I don't have that commentator curse. Okay. You too.
Damn. Well, that
Good
was
race,
close
though.
there at the bottom. I bet you Sikosi's kicking himself now.
Oh. It's luck of the draw. Who would have thought they would have no more cautions, and he couldn't have taken a shot at it again. But yeah, that's ouch. Is that the old saying, so close but yet so far?
Yep. Alrighty, Dylan Banks coming away with the win. Justin Cope in a blue number wins the championship here this season. And Alan Wild sits in third. And Jay out there is recommending that maybe he should have had some more beaver nuggets.
Ah.
That's a possibility. Alrighty. Stella, what do you say we reel our guys in here for the final interview here of the season, and we'll definitely talk to these guys and see what we got coming up for this next season.
Okay. I got to look all over for him, so put up your screen.
All right, everybody, catching up with our third place finisher here tonight. Alan Wild in the 07 machine, still charging forward, and you were able to come back alive, man. Dude, this race kind of not as many cautions as I think some had expected out there.
Yeah, it's definitely a slick track, and I think as soon as we all got spaced out, it helped with the no cautions thing, but that's what I needed.
Man, were you out there working with or against Stoney Benfield out there?
He's my teammate. I was working with him, but we ended up on two different strategies at the end there.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Is normally you see teams come down in piles out there, but it didn't seem for you guys out there. But man, talk to me about kind of this season, kind of for the part that you showed up for. You know, did this kind of live to the hype that you thought it was going to be?
Yeah, these guys are real good. I mean, Dylan's super fast. They're all really consistent, good hard racers. So it was kind of weird jumping in the middle of it, but it's coming together, and I think this next season's going to be fantastic.
All right, how are you feeling about the 100% part?
I love it. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I get it. I'm with you. I would say there are some that, like Martinsville, New Hampshire, I don't know. You know, you get Talladega, Charlotte, somewhere like that. I'm pretty excited for those. So,
unfortunately,
man.
I'll be out of town for New Hampshire, and that's my favorite. But
Oh,
I live for the 500 lappers. I won an NIS race at Bristol. So I like those long ones.
Yeah, but it's almost like the war of attrition out there. You just gotta wait for everybody to kill themselves and then attack in the last third of the race.
That's what I'm good at. I don't ever drive over my head. I don't make a lot of mistakes here and there, but um, I just I just drive, man, and where I finish is where I finish. Luckily tonight with the fuel strategy, it finished me in third.
All right, Alan. Shout out time, brother.
Big shout out to my teammate Stony and Outlier Speed Co for giving us these setups. NC811 and Clad's Gaming Corner. They're always a big help for me. Um, he's up there on my crew chief box every week, so got to give
Nice.
him a huge shout out.
All right. Awesome. All right, Alan, and we will congratulations and help Mark Sikosi help recruit some guys for this next upcoming season. He's gonna need it, and I would not recommend a super speedway if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I hear you. I want some more competition too.
There you go. All right, Alan. Good luck to you, buddy, and congratulations on your third place finish here in the final race of the season.
Thanks. Congrats, Justin. Good win, Dylan.
Oh yeah. All right, well, let's go ahead and grab a hold of Dylan Banks, and we'll go ahead and pull him up right away as I want to get straight to it here. Dylan Banks, this race, man, all you.
It was a blast. I had fun. I did a league race here the other night, and that was my first time ever touching the track. So this is my second time ever touching the track. I was absolute struggle bus the other night. I was running the bottom and just burning my stuff up because never ran this track, and I couldn't figure it out. But ran some practice laps, figured it out. I'm a pretty quick learner, so I learn pretty quick.
Yes.
But yeah. And first of all, shout out Justin on the championship. I think that's awesome. He's a good guy. I remember the first race I came into the league. It was Talladega, and I pushed him to the win. And y'all didn't know he was my teammate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Sikosi running out of fuel right there at the end blows my mind. I mean, what an upset that was.
I was like, there's no way this guy can make it on fuel because I was like 12, 13 short. He had to have been clutching around the track. But I pitted early. I didn't want to go in that early, but I pitted early just for insurance, just in case Mark couldn't make it all the way, and I could have time to catch him. So I went in about 10 laps earlier than I wanted to, but yeah, I was pretty shocked. I can't believe Alan made it. He made it on fuel from the time we last pitted. So
lap 72.
yeah, he got third out of it. So that's not a bad deal right there.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he was able to stretch that out very, very far. All right, Dylan. Well, I asked Alan the same thing. You know, this league, did it kind of pan out the way you thought it would? And now you looking up for the upcoming season, 100%ers.
Oh, absolutely. Even though it's not as many guys as we want to hear, I'm trying to recruit guys. Taylor was a guy that I brought in tonight. He's a new recruit. Sadly he had a family emergency, so he had to leave early. Hope everything's all right with him and his family. But
Me too.
I'm trying to recruit guys, try to bring guys in this league because Mark does an absolute amazing job every week trying to help this league grow. And I'm doing everything I can to bring guys in, donate money, anything I can do to help this league out because Mark does an absolute amazing job every week. I can't give him enough thanks for all he does for this league. But if anybody's watching and wants to run, please, new season starts up, I think, next week,
15th.
15th, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
gives you guys
Iowa.
a couple weeks
At
to
Iowa.
help real
Yeah.
people in.
Yeah, that's right,
That's
that's right. Iowa, I can't wait for Iowa. That's a great track for me. But yeah, if you are watching, please come out and join the league. You will not be disappointed. These guys are awesome week in and week out. Very clean drivers, respectful, great racers to be with every week. But yeah, we're trying to bring more guys in, do everything we can to help this league grow.
All right, go ahead and give me your final shout-outs here, man, and we got to get to our season champion.
Got you, man. Shout out EPI. As always, give me these absolute ripper sets. Shout out Chris Tinsley, the guy that does my paints. Does an awesome job. Shout out y'all, of course. Can't forget y'all. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are goated. Who doesn't love old Patrick and Stella up in the booth every week? Y'all are awesome. I can't thank y'all enough. That was awesome. Thank you so much for interviewing me during the race. That was awesome.
That was a first. That was true. That was, yeah.
Stella was talking me out of talking to Corey Harville, and I said, "Well, Dylan Banks is out in front by 6 seconds. I'm sure we're fine."
Thank you, Patrick. That was awesome, dude. That was
Yeah.
actually the first time I've ever done that. But anyways, yeah, shout out to this league. They are awesome every week in and week out. Shout out Mark for doing an absolute amazing job. Shout out my guys at Fast House Racing. Lee Mills, um, Corey Harville, Frank Flores, all the guys here. They are awesome. Can't thank them enough. And lastly but not least, shout out Justin on the championship. Absolute awesome job tonight he did. Um, but yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
All right,
Oh,
Dylan.
oh,
Jay.
one more. Jay, can't forget Jay. How could I'm
He,
so sorry, Jay. I cannot
he
believe I
is your
almost
biggest
forgot you.
fan out there, I'll tell you.
I love Jay. Who doesn't love Jay up coming up? He is hands down. He is waiting at like an hour before the race starts, just sitting,
Oh, at
waiting.
least. Yes.
Every race, this guy, he's even came in other leagues and watched me race.
Yes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love you, Jay. You were awesome. This win was for you tonight, buddy. It sucks
Oh.
I couldn't get the championship for you, but it is what it is. I love you, man. You were awesome. Thank you for all your support.
All right, Dylan. Congratulations on your win here tonight, and we'll see what you can do in a couple of weeks.
Thank you guys so much. Y'all have a great night.
You too.
You bet.
All right, Dylan Banks. Yes, yes, yes. Now let's go ahead and talk to Justin Cope. All right, man, championship winner. Talk to me about it here.
Oh yeah, feels good. Whew, I don't know. I don't know what to think.
Were you nervous that Sakosi may have enough fuel to make it to the end since you guys were on the same team?
Well, to be honest, me and Sikosi was sort of talking back and forth what we were doing. I was more worried about Lee. You know, we're sort of running the same stuff over here, and I didn't know what Lee had. If he had a fifth gear set he was running and saving more fuel, or so when he ducked in, I was pretty relieved. And then Sikosi, you know, I sort of had a feeling what he was up to, and then it all worked out. It was interesting though, that's for sure.
Well, nothing better than being able to make a pass within the last 10 laps to come back alive and bring your hopes of winning here. Lee Mills did have to start from pit at the beginning of the race. Just kind of hindsight here, if Lee Mills had been able to start at green flag, at gridding, do you think he would have been much more of a problem out there?
I mean, Lee's fast. I'm sure it would have been. It's hard to pass here, and as fast as Lee is, I'm sure he would have. You know, it would have been tough trying to get around him. I'm sure he's pretty good about saving his stuff, and him starting in the pits definitely did not hurt me.
Man, yeah, it did. It ended up working out, man. I'm blown away. Stella was actually chose you to win this one. I chose Lee because I think Lee had something. And then I commentator cursed him. I sent him to pits, I guess.
Oh man.
I wasn't sure. Your qualifying time was kind of crummy tonight. Talk to me about it.
Yeah. Well, this track, man, I just this is my second time running it this week. It's not really my favorite. So I was sort of iffy on, you know, where I was with it, and then the qual, I never really got a chance to practice it, so that was my first time running it, and I was debating on whether just starting the back, but I figured I'd give it a shot, and I was halfway to the back, so it almost worked out.
But still pulled away. Awesome job, though. Now, talk to me about the 100% league coming up. You know, are we going to be able to take away a championship from that one as well?
It'll be tough. Honestly, I mean, I really wasn't expecting to get this one, to be honest. A few things went my way, and it worked out that way. We got some really fast guys in here, and it'll definitely be tough. I'll say that.
All right. Well, I will leave it up to you to reel in drivers like Matt Sisler, Mike Bruno, and get those guys back in here. because those guys were definitely fast, and I think they put up a heck of a fight out here against you and the Revline Racing team. I believe you guys can do it. You got 2 weeks to get it done here, Justin. Is there anything you can tell any of our viewers out here about this league that may make them want to join here tonight?
Yeah, man, we got a good group of guys. We got a solid group that shows up every week, that's for sure, and we're clean, and we're more about having fun than we are anything else. So there's no pressure there, and hope to get some more guys in here.
All right, Justin, shout out time, brother.
Shout out to my parents for watching, tuning in every week. Shout out to you guys doing an awesome broadcast. I mean, it's top notch. And shout out to everybody in the league for showing up week in and week out. Can't say that enough. It keeps it alive.
All right, awesome. Thank you, buddy, and definitely can't wait to see how you do in the upcoming season. We will see you, Stella. You said the 15th, correct?
Correct.
All right, the 15th at Iowa. We'll definitely still hash a few things out with Sikosi before you guys kick off there, and let's make sure we got everything hammered out. You guys and which car, where the races are going to be, and everything else. So, Cope, congratulations on your championship win, man. It's been a long time coming. I don't know. I've never had this opportunity to win a championship like you have. But this has to be really kind of the pinnacle here of the first half of the year, coming away with a championship.
For sure. I appreciate it, guys.
Take it easy, Justin.
All
right, Justin Cope. That should do it. All right, Jay out there saying next time. Yep, you're right. As we get ready to sign off here pretty soon. Right now, what an excellent race it was here for Justin Cope to come away. Dylan Banks, this was pretty much all his race when he realized that, but man, oh man, Stella, I gotta admit, I really didn't know if Sikosi was gonna have enough fuel to make it to the end, and it almost seemed like he had been clutching it. The way the other guys said that may have been a possibility, but I don't know if he was doing it soon enough. I would say if there was a caution with 35 to go, this would have been a totally different story. I think we'd be talking to 3 different people.
Yeah, he was definitely counting on it, and I don't blame him, because so often how many we've seen right at the end, people kind of bumping into each other, making that last ditch effort to get ahead, and it just didn't pan out tonight. We had some green flag racing, and that's good stuff. That's when strategy comes in.
Yep. Well, it's not just about racing side by side. It's also what happens down in the pits. It's about your prep work before you get even into the race. And that's exactly what you see here tonight as Dylan Banks comes away with another win. Justin Cope comes away with the championship and a second-place finish here tonight in the 59 Ford. And gaining 8 spots tonight, the hard charger of the night, Alan Wild in the 07 Ford, moving up 8 spots as he sits for a third-place finish. Stella, we are going to go ahead and sign off here with the NSR Cup Series Saturday Night Showdown, heading to, in a couple weeks, to the next couple of rounds here for the 100% League. From what I hear, word through the grapevine, it is Iowa. A very bumpy track. We'll be kicking off there, but I'm sure, Jay, you'll survive, brother. We'll be back, I'm sure, as we get a few more things hammered out. But until then, be well, be safe, be kind, and we'll see all you guys next time.